Hello everybody and welcome to Simul8 Gaming, and welcome to my first look here at the straw add-on for Farming Simulator 17. This is the first official add-on for Farming Simulator 17. So I've had a quick play around with it so I can actually tell you guys at least some useful stuff about it, so I don't just go, oh, what's this, what's this, what's that. So with that said, let's check it out. So starting from this end, we have 3 brand new bale handlers, or bale grabs, or bale forks, whatever you want to call them. We have this one here, which I've got set to telehandler, and I'll show you exactly what these can get used for. So this is this one here, the B50AR03. It's £6,430 to buy. As you can see, it does say add-on straw harvest on the bottom of these. It does not say mod or whatever else. It literally says what it is, so you can keep it nice and organized with your coon packs and stuff. Once again, if you go into this, you have attacher type front loader, teleloader, and wheel loader for that one. Moving on, we have the bigger one. This is for wheel loaders, obviously. This can handle a huge amount of bales all in one go, which would be pretty cool. We'll use that one later on. And we also have the smaller option here. You do have the options for this one as well for telehandler and stuff. I got this one set to wheel loader, but this is for your short, probably like 4 high bales or 3 high bales. And this one is a lizard one, 4,500. And like I said, front loader, teleloader, or wheel loader for that one as well. Moving on to the big daddy of the pack, this is the Krone Premos or Premos 5000, and I'll read out exactly what this does in here so I don't mess it up. So this machine can pelletize straw and hay right on the field. Attach the concept bale shredder. It can also be used stationary. So that is the concept bale shredder, which we have next to it. Now, there is a slight issue with this. It doesn't actually work as a pallet. Oh, I just gone under the ground. Yeah, I've tried to pick this up earlier with the front loader, sorry, and there seems to be an issue with the collisions and stuff, so hopefully that gets looked at. This is, of course, a beta, so I'm assuming it will be fixed by the time this goes out for public release. Moving on, we have the Krone Premos V80XC. Now, this is just a round baler, but it does have net that you have to refill, so I'll show you how to do that in a second when we get to the other end of the stack. This huge thing here is the Krone Big Pack 1290 HDP Mark II XC. Now this is a square baler, as you can tell. This does have refillable twine and stuff as well, which I'll show you momentarily. Now this also has 2 rear options. This is the normal chute, so it shoots it onto the ground, but you can also get it so it's just a hitch on the back basically, so you can have this bale pickup. Actually, I'll give you the proper name for this instead of just calling it a bale pickup. So this is the bale collect 1230, £29,000 extra, and they attach the Krone bale collect to the Krone big pack, blah blah blah, to collect 3 bales and unload them side by side. So then you can come along with your new bale handlers and pick them up nice and neatly. So I have that set up over there, so don't worry, I'm not skipping them over. We have that little setup ready to go over there. And then finally we have the 3 new pallets. This is the twine in this one for the square baler. We have the net for the round baler, and we also have this stuff, which I'll tell you what this is now. I don't get the name all mixed up. So this is the molasses pallet. Though with the canisters, you can refill the molasses tank of the Krone Premos 5000. So basically, it helps you make the pellet stuff, which we'll get to momentarily, which is on this machine here. So with that said, let's go ahead and start filling up some of these things. So I think it's only right, since we have this over here, that we start off with the square baler. So what I'm going to do is pull this tractor forward a little bit, because it looks like I've jackknifed the back slightly here. Now if we get the F1 menu up, we can go ahead and lower the twine boxes. So let's go ahead and lower these. Now actually it's pretty cool animation. Now unlike the Ultima, we don't do it by hand. We have to use it with a front loader. So this makes me think that you console guys are going to get it as well at some point. So what are we doing here? This is the twine. Okay, so let's get the twine up here. We have a nice little Dutzfire helping us today. Let's get this thing lined up properly. I'm terrible at doing this with a keyboard and mouse, so hopefully I don't make too much of a mess of it. Let's get this lowered down nice and neat here. Oh gosh, this tractor's quite powerful off the spot. There we go, we got it. So we get this lifted up. Probably should have tilted that before we took off. And we'll put it down over here. So I'm not sure how much this takes. Maybe it'll take the whole pallet, but I'm not exactly sure. Oh, there we go. We'll just park that there for now. Jump back in to the Dutzfire, the bigger one, sorry. If we get up the F1 menu, we can see that we have on the bottom right hand of the screen here, we have 29 bales remaining worth of twine. So it's 15% full. Now if we press R, whilst the tractor or the twine is next to us, we can go ahead and start refilling this. So let's see if there's an animation. As you can see, it's filled up the crate on this side, and it's left the rest of them, sorry, on the front loader. It's also done this side as well. I was curious whether you had to do both sides separately, but it does do it at the same time. So actually, before I close that, let's go ahead and move this front loader out the way. And we'll get this plopped down. Like so. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead, jump back into this. We'll get the twine boxes lifted up again. And we'll lift them up like so. So now this is ready to go. So what we're going to do is take this to a field momentarily and show you how it works. But whilst we're here, what we'll do is we'll get this front loader. I'll just show you the rest. They all work the same sort of thing. So I'll just hook them up and show you exactly where you fill them up. So that's the one we just done. We can ignore those two. We'll pull out the round baler. Once again, I will show you all of these working in the field. I've got some more over in the fields waiting to go. Now, if we go ahead and make sure it's the same controls. So it is Z or Z to lift that up. And that's that door there in the front. So you just fill that up with netting. And you can do that. Now, you can also notice here on the F1 menu, you can change the bale size by pressing O. So you got 1.1, 1.3, 1.55, and 1.8 bale sizes as well, and then back to 1.1. So yeah, different bale sizes available, which is pretty cool. Now, if we go ahead and leave that here, like so, we can go ahead and pull... Actually, no, we don't need to pull anything else out, because I got the rest of this waiting in the field ready to go. So what I'm going to do right now is jump back in to the Dutzvar down here. And we'll take this to the field, and we'll have a go and show you what it all works like. And then we'll get to show you what people are looking forward to the most, which is the warehouse. Right, okay, so we're going to be using field number 1 today here on Goldcrest as our guinea pig field. Now, we've got the pelletizer machine ready to go there. Oh, let's get up this little hill. Now, let's just pick a random swath. Let's choose this one. We'll get this baler unfolded. So, it does do some things at the back, so I'll quickly move the camera around so you can see that. So, as we unfold... you see the rear comes in there and hooks onto it so it's flush. And then if we go back to this one, we can go ahead and get this turned on. Hopefully we have enough horsepower for this. We'll get the pickup lowered down and we'll start collecting bales. So this is the first time I've used this, so we'll see how it works. So once again, it does collect 3 bales at a time and put them onto the back, so then we can unload them, all 3 of them together, and then use our new bale handlers pick them up in a nice neat pile. Right, there's one coming out right now. Okay, so here's the final bale coming out now. As you can see, it's done it left, right, and then the center. Right, so now that's automatically unloaded. I was about to say, I wonder how we unload it, but it does it automatically, so you don't have to think about this. It just does it on its own, which is pretty cool. I didn't realize that was actually a feature. That's actually awesome. So you can literally just do your whole field and then come back and you'll have nice... neat stacks of 3 everywhere. So what I'm going to do is turn that off for now. We'll come back when we're ready to pick up the bales to this machine, and we'll move on to our next one. Okay, now I did already show you this, that you could change the bale sizes. So let's try 1.8. That's the biggest size that we have. We'll get this turned on. We'll lower the pickup down. And we'll try and make a round bale. Now this one I'm assuming we will have to unload manually because it is a round baler, unless you've got the mod that does it automatically. Okay, so that's confirmed. It does actually affect the fill capacity of the baler as well when you change the bale size. So it's not 4,000, it is... what's going to be the exact number? 6,500 for a 1.8 meter bale. Go ahead and unload that by pressing Y. As you can see, it's pretty big. But there we go, that is the round baler. Now, we're going to get on to what people are probably looking forward to the most, which is this, I believe it's called a pelletizer, but don't quote me on that. I might just be an idiot by saying that. Right, so this thing does require water and the pallets that we saw earlier on, but for what we're using in this demonstration, the 25% and 15% that we have might be more than enough. So let's go ahead, turn this thing on. Now, you can see it sure starts spinning there. We'll lower the pickup down. Come on, Fent, you can do it. Find that grip. Cool. And now... we'll start collecting this. So I'm going to go ahead and, actually, first of all, I'll show you the particle effect coming in. So as you can see, it's coming through as little pellets there. So what I'm going to do is fill this up a bit, and I'll jump back to you in a second. Right, okay, everybody, so we are now, coming up to 100% right now, and that will be that full. So fill water tank. So we also have to fill the water tank, but luckily we are 100% full. So what we're going to do whilst we drive up to the trailer that we've conveniently got parked on the side of the field is... get the pipe out. As you can see, it pops up on the right hand side there, and we'll start unloading this into the trailer, and we'll take this down to the yard. Ignore the red truck that we got parked up there. That was literally just for harvesting the field so we can have some swaths. We did have some combines out working earlier so we could get these. Right, so we'll get this unloaded into the trailer here. Strangely enough, it's making the water sound when you unload, which is a bit strange. There we go. So that is one load completely done now. It's actually empty, but the particle effect's still going. There we go. Right, so just for this demonstration, once again, this is not a let's play of it. This is just showing you what everything does. So we'll take this down to the yard, and we'll show you where you store this and what you do with it there and then. So I'll see you guys at the yard. Okay, everybody, so we are now at the yard. As you can see, this is the warehouse. This is a placeable. You don't have to put it in with GE. It's a completely placeable object. Now, I've put it here at the main yard. I think it looks pretty good here. In fact, if I go to placeables, I'll show you exactly what this comes with. So, where is it? Right at the end here. So we've got the pellet hall, and we also have the pellet sell point. Now, you can put this wherever you want. I personally have put it right next to it just for demonstration purposes. Not sure if that's actually a realistic price. We'll soon find out. But, to get in, you can either use the front door, which I've actually got open. There's already a tractor in here, and I'll show you why that is in a minute. But we'll get the doors open for now so we can actually use this thing. Now, before we dump this in, these two dump points here, this one here is what I'm assuming this is where you store your bales. We will be putting bales here momentarily. But we have two different types. We have hay and straw. That doesn't matter which one you choose. I believe you can just do any of them. Now, if you do have lots and lots and lots, and then you end up filling this area, of course, you're not going to have any more room. What you can do, if you look in the the F1 menu up the top, the help menu, if you press X, we can actually extend the size of the clamp, like so. So we can have it 2 times as big, or 3 times as big, and then we can decrease it again, and then once again make it bigger. You get the idea. So I'm going to leave it as the default one for now, because we've only got, like, whatever this is, a small trailer full for now. So I'll get this unloaded into there. And then we'll play around with the crane. Let's get this backed up into here. Hopefully I don't make a mess of this. Reversing's not my strong suit by all means. There we go. So that should do like that. Let's make sure we got the proper unload. Yep, back. Go. So that's going to unload here. And then that's actually not as much as I thought. I thought we'd have a little bit more than that. So I have to send this guy back off in a minute and do a little bit more. But for the meantime, what we're going to do is use the crane. Now this thing here we're going to need bales for. So this is the bale shredder that we saw earlier. I will show you this after I showed you the crane. This will basically do the same sort of thing, but you skip the middleman basically. So you can use directly bales. Now if you go to this icon here, press the F1 menu once again, we can go ahead and operate crane. And here is the crane. Now, a couple of controls. We can actually press X to switch what type it is. So we're going to be needing the shovel. Of course, we have the bale fork there as well. Now, this is going to be a lot easier with the controller if you're using a controller. Unfortunately, I'm using a keyboard and mouse right now. Of course, I do have my side panel. I wonder if it works, actually. Should we try? So we've got the camera. It does work with the side panel. Awesome. Okay, so we're actually going back to keyboard and mouse now because I'm having a bit of issues with the mapping conflicts on the side panel. Once again, it's not designed for the side panel, so it works absolutely fine with keyboard and mouse or I'm assuming Xbox controller. I don't have an Xbox controller here. But what we're going to do is lower down into the pit, like so. Let's get the camera moved around as well so you guys can actually see. And then we'll get the claws closed around like so. Make sure we're closed all the way, like so. Get it lifted up if we can. There we go. And now we'll move it back over to the digester. So let's see what way we're going here. Okay, so once we're over this thing, what we're going to do now is go ahead and open the bucket by moving the mouse up like so. Okay, so that's now being taken across the conveyor belt down into this little machine here where it's being wrapped into small little pallets. Then the pallets are coming out of the machine up this conveyor belt through this machine. And then it's being stacked onto wooden pallets when it gets to here. So let's see how much one pallet takes. You see it's getting moved down there by the robots. Pretty cool concept idea, this. So then we're going to go along here. And then it gets shoveled along here. And then eventually they'll end up here where we can pick them up and start loading them up. And then we'll sell them. Now, of course, you need a front loader to do that. So whilst that carries on doing that, what I'm going to do is go ahead and get some bales here so we can show you to skip the crane business basically and just use this. Bit of a ghetto way of doing it. And then we'll sell some basically. Okay, ready. So we're just heading back to field number 1 right now. We're at field number 1 right now. We're going to test out one of our bale grabbers. So this is the one for the telehandler. Of course, you can choose to have this one on the wheel loaders or the front loaders as well if you do wish so. But we've gone ahead and chosen the telehandlers for this. So we'll go ahead and lower it down as you would any other. And then let's go ahead and get... How do we do this? Is this a button or grab bales? Why? Okay. So it's not mouse controlled or joystick controlled. It is done with a button, which is pretty cool. As you can see, they're pretty sturdy on there now. And then all you have to do is start loading them up. So we got a lot more bales to collect. So once again, I just thought I'd jump back and show you this. And then, like I said a second ago, we'll jump back to the warehouse when we have a full trailer of bales. See you in a sec. Right, everybody, so we are now back at the yard. I can see we've got a trailer full of bales, and we're going to be testing out the front loader version of the bale fork now, because we need to take a couple... I'll tell you what, we'll take a couple of stacks. Now, this will be a lot easier with the bigger one, but I'm a bit worried that we won't be able to get the huge one inside the warehouse. Could be wrong. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have put it in if they couldn't get in, but we didn't have a wheel loader at our disposal just yet. So let's go ahead and hook on to these. We'll get this into reverse. And we'll put these into the warehouse. Now, we're going to try a couple of them with the crane. And we're going to try a couple of them just with the wheel loaders. So, I'm assuming this little storage location over here is for the bales. So, I'll tell you what, we'll just put the 3 in for now. That should be more than enough just for a demonstration for you guys. And then we press Z to release the bales once they're in. Once again, they're probably much, much easier with the wheel loader and the huge bale grab. So now we're going to go ahead and get one more stack, and this one's actually going to be for us. Actually, I'm going to try and do this. I only want 1 bale, so this is going to be hard to do with a very inconvenient bale fork. This is not designed for... Oh, two will do. 2 will do. We just knock one off, but that's fine. So first of all, let's go ahead and plop this thing onto the bale shredder. So before we do that, we need to go ahead... Oh, plop the... Okay, that's... Okay. The pop-up message means this is full. So as you can see, it's wrapped it. That's now ready to go. Sorry. So what we're going to do real quick is get this thing started up by pressing that. Oh, start the engine. Turn her on. Turn that one on. Cool. So the Fent is now ready to go with the bale shredder. So we've got the conveyor belt moving there, which will take the bales in, slowly push them into here. We'll digest them into here, and then it'll shoot it out as per usual, and then we'll see what it does with it. So, didn't realise this was full already. I thought it'd take a lot more than that. So let's go ahead and quickly move out these pallets, and we'll see how much we get for them. Okay, so we've got our pallet here. Let's go ahead and see if we can sell this and see how much we get for 1 pallet. And there we go. So that was 4,000, what a random number, £4,001 for that. Let's see if we can do one more just to see if it's consistent or random. We'll try and get this one here though. This is not the best front loader for the job. Okay, so it looks like they're all completely different random numbers. That one was 3977. Not sure what the price is done by. Maybe it's just coded in to be random. Who knows? Let's have a look at this one real quick. Okay, so there we go. All 3 of these pallets were completely different prices. So I think we can safely say they are kind of randomly priced. Not sure what the price goes by, but that is quite an interesting concept. Alright, we'll go ahead and pick this back up real quick. And we'll pick these bales up again. Can I get just the top one this time? It'd be a lot easier for us if we can. It's probably a little bit too high. There we go. Why? There we go, that's the one bale. This will be a lot easier with a normal bale fork. Not designed for this, but I'm being lazy. Right, now we'll go ahead and plop this onto the conveyor belt here by pressing Z, and we'll watch what happens. Actually, I probably should move the ducts far out of the way here. So very, very, very slowly, you can see this thing is starting to move in towards this now. We'll see if it gets any smaller or whatever. Come on, you can do it. There we go. So now it's finally hit the blade. So you can see it's getting chopped up there. It's being taken up the conveyor belt into this little contraption here. Not really sure what the proper name for that would be. Into the storage bin, and then straight up the conveyor belt and straight back into our little device here. So once again, You don't have to do it in here. This is just us being lazy. You could have this out working in the field with a trailer attached to it or whatever. And it basically just does the same thing. So you can turn direct bales into them. Right, so now we've done that with putting it in with the front loader. The easiest way to do that would be stack your bales in this corner here and then use the crane to put them onto the conveyor belt. So what we're going to do real quick is select the crane again. We're going to change the implement to the bale grab, and then we're going to move this along to our, well, what would be your stack of bales. Unfortunately, we only have 2 here at the moment. So let's go ahead and lower that down like so. We'll go ahead, grab this bale here. Wrong way. There we go. Pick that up. We'll move her along here. And then... Oh, no! That's not what I wanted to do! I pressed the wrong button again. No, no, no. I'm such an idiot. Right, there we go. I was meant to prickle this direction, but I went the wrong way. Right, we'll drop that down. It's a bit wonky now because I messed it up, as you guys saw. Right, is that roughly in line here? There's only one way to find out. Now, considering it's a little bit slanted, I'm assuming we're going to have to go this way a little bit so it will fall down onto its side. And then we'll use that. And then it goes in. So that'd be the probably the easier way to do it without using front loaders and stuff. I'm pretty sure that's what the crane's for as well, if I'm being completely honest. Because there's no way for... You can't just drop bales into here because there's no way to digest them, basically. So you have to digest them first, which is what this contraption's for. Come on, you can do it. Once again, slowly but surely. Right, so there we go. Finally, it's done it again. So that's when you use the crane to put it in. So thank you very much for joining me in this episode. I think I've covered most of the basics here. If I have forgot something, please let me know in the comment section and I'll do an update video. And once again, big thank you to Aerosoft for sending this out to me to try early. Really do appreciate it, and it's a fantastic add-on. Recommend you guys go get it. I'll put all the necessary details in the description box below. Hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, if you did, please slap the thumbs up button. It really does mean a lot. Hit subscribe to see more from myself. I've been Simul8 Gaming, and I'll see you in the next one.